All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about some shortcuts, some keyboard shortcuts, specifically the ability to add audio points and the ability to quickly copy and paste properties. So first things first, I'm going to come into the library and just grab an audio clip and drag it down to the timeline and drop it down there. And you can see here we are. So the keyboard shortcut, the default, it is customizable, is Ctrl Option A. And for any selected piece of media with audio on it, you can just move along the timeline to your heart's content and add these audio key points in with that keyboard shortcut. Makes it really handy for doing envelope adjustments of audio. So long requested feature. Hope you folks love it. The next thing that we're going to talk about is copy and paste properties. So this is really versatile. It's been available for a while via the context menu on both Mac and Windows. You can copy properties, you can paste properties. But let me just show you what this does and then show you the keyboard shortcuts for it. So here I've got this image sequence. It's a series of screens, and I want to go ahead and frame this sucker up. So I'm going to start with this one because we've got this unfurling that's happening here. And my first thing is I'm just going to probably take this up to 100%, and I mean that might be too large, too scaled in. I'm in a 1080p canvas, and this is actually like an 8K sucker, so yeah, it's just a little bit too big. So let's get it dialed in. Let's go to about 80% here. All right, and I'll get this all framed up. It's still too big. Get on this. All right, here we are. So I've got something like this, and once I've got it all nicely framed, maybe I'm going to scale it just a little bit more, and we're going to bring it in like this. Okay, so I've got it all set up, and now the problem is, I had to make a whole bunch of adjustments looking at this particular frame and saying this is where I want things lined up. And now I've got these other sequences. So you could always use that context menu, but the keyboard shortcut here for this is going to be Shift Command C to copy the properties. And when I say copy properties, I mean copy the scale, the opacity, rotation, position, any of the visual properties that are native to media itself. It's not going to touch effects or anything else like that. Just these sort of media properties I get right here. All right, so I've copied that with the keyboard shortcut, and now we're just going to look at how simple it is to paste this in. Again, you can see here's the scaling off. I'm going to do Shift Command V, and you can see I've got the exact same set of property values now for this piece of media that I had for this one. Even better if I go back through this and just watch, this allows you to keep that perfect continuity here, right? And I'm going back through this image sequence. Let's just take a look at applying these to multiple properties. Again, I don't have to copy them again. If I wanted to, I could come back to this clip and do it. I could come back and go Shift Command C to copy the properties. And then I'm going to come back over to these two pieces of media. I'm going to select both of those and Shift Command V. And now you'll see that for this entire image sequence, I have perfect continuity. Everything has exactly the same scale, same position. As this menu unfurls here with this sequence, it's set up perfectly for me, which makes it, great for me to go in and do something like this. Group it up. I'm going to go ahead and go into my visual effects tab, and I will go find the cursor path creator and add that in. And now I can start looking for these changes, and I can start animating the paths to the points that I want just by adjusting it. So again, it's all about workflows. It's all about being the best in the world when it comes to dealing with screen content. It's all about speeding up how long it takes you to create content, getting rid of some of those annoying, tedious steps. All three of these shortcuts, super valuable, requested by users, and we're happy to deliver them in Camtasia 22.3.0 on CMac. Hope you enjoy.